Here's a bit of old school water heating equipment. This is known as a copper. Uses some sort of propane burner underneath, like a 2-ring burner, and it heats up around the actual copper centre, which has this piece in it and a tap. The fumes, or the hot smoke from the 2-ring gas burner actually go up in between the copper and the enamel sides and then exit at a flue in the back. And this is an efficient way of heating, because you're not just heating the bottom, you're using as much of the heat of the burner as you can by sort of enclosing the sides in, so that the heat from the gas flame is forced to go between the enamel and the copper, therefore allowing more heat to get into the water before it is allowed to leave through the flue. This is another one here that's a very old system, and it's basically, they used to have these, they call them chip heaters, and as you can see down the bottom there's a grate, and the same with this one here. It's a grate in there, and you flick this little lever and you can empty all the contents out. But these are basically a thin jacket, and you might see the thickness difference there. There's a thin layer of water in between the outside and the inside, and heat going up through the inside. It's a lot like a flash boiler that was on some of the Stanley steamers and stuff like that. By creating these thin layers, it's easier for it to heat the water up. It's a theory of diffusion. There are also kettles whereby they look like a large kettle, but they're only actually quite small, and inside the kettle there's actually a large cone shape, and in that cone shape you stick in a few pieces of newspaper and light it up, and they use the same concept. And although it looks like a reasonably large kettle, it only has about 2 or 3 cups worth of water, and the heat of the burning newspaper can boil it within less than a minute, which allows you to have a cup of tea very easily and very quickly, using the same concept of only having a very thin layer of stuff to heat. But anyway, these were wood chip, and at a later date apparently they also went to some form of gas, whether it was natural gas or propane.